Hello everyone and welcome to another Minecraft Redstone video. This video I'll be showing you my quarry prototype. Now, uh, as I said, this is a prototype and there are a lot of flaws and improvements that can be made to this quarry or world eater. Um, so I do not recommend building this, and yet don't build this in your survival world. Like I even have versions that are even better than this return machine. And there are some flaws that could definitely be um, fixed. I just haven't worked out how yet. Um, and this, why I decided to make a video on this is because I decided to make a world eater, and I wanted to combine the best of both worlds for two um, great core designs. One is Project Victoria, and another is just your traditional quarry that just goes back and forth dropping TNT. And how Project Victoria works is there are smaller um, TNT grids like this, and it's like a big piece of slime, and a flying machines go across, and they push these down. And because there's observers attached to the dispensers, every time it gets pushed down, a perfect 6x6 grid of TNT will be dropped, which is um, very efficient. And um, but I decided to see if there was a possible way to make this any cheaper. And for this one, um, the dispensers move with the flying machines, and the power sources are what's pushed down. So this piston pushes them down, and um, so this side is just a normal return station, and this uses a terracotta machine of engine. Um, I'll explain why I use these later. Um, well, one reason is that they're pretty reliable, and this side, the return machine is very big, and there are many reasons for it. Mainly is this area. As you can see, there is another dispenser, and what basically this does is it swaps the dispenser that's on that flying machine with this one, and while that's happening, this minecart or minecarts with TNT will fill it up, and then it will just keep on swapping them so you can make gigantic world eaters without worrying about running out of TNT. Um, and this is my third major version, um, but the fifth version in total. Uh, I'm at fourth version, and so this was the first design. So you can see this is a very simple return station because this one does not this swap the dispensers out. So if you have a small uh, like need a small hole, this could serve you just perfectly fine. So this isn't like really scrapped. It's just um, for the type of world eater I want to make, which we need on exploit a huge uh, world perimeter, and one dispenser is not near enough TNT. So then I decided to create something similar, but this one it just swaps TN between used dispensers and um, uh, fresh ones. But as you can see, this could be very tedious. Dispensers are a pain to craft because they require bows, which are non-stackable items. And so now I was wondering if it's possible just to switch between them. And so this is the final design. And it did add a lot to the machine size, but I think it was worth it. So now I'll launch these flying machines, and these are the holes created by the other ones. And this currently is at the perfect height, so the TNT will explode right above the ground, which is maximizes efficiency. And these signs actually aren't part of the machine. Um, the reason why I use them is because when you break the source block that these signs are attached to, they all break instantly with zero delay. On Java Edition, you can abuse this. For example, banners, because they do something similar to this. If you put this on, for example, a Nether portal, and you have a huge long chain of them, it just overloads the game and suppresses the update on the portal. But Another block that can do this is grindstones, but for our use, signs are perfect. And yeah, uh, so this is why I'm using signs. So if I break this block, all these flying machines will all move in unison. So I'm gonna do this now. Um, I don't know why it's lagging this much. Hmm. It could be because I'm running recording software right now. Or could be an issue with pending ticks. It doesn't seem like that. Yeah, I don't know why my entire redstone world is lagging. Let me try turning my video settings down to, let's say, 12 chunks. It's not supposed to be lagging this much. Uh, Let me try restarting the world. Yeah, just closing out of the world and coming back seemed to fix it. So now it's running at full speed. Um, it's still one cycle above touching the ground. So how this return machine works is that observer will hold this part down, and it'll push itself down. See, and the entire thing moves down the block, and it'll drop TNT again. And then this side is the special return station. And you have to make sure you keep all these loaded in. Even though each one of these is independent to each other, you still do not want to unload one or the other. See, I already did that for a split second, so now that these are like one tick ahead, they're a bit off. It happens when you reload the world sometimes, but right here we can see the sensor swapping in action. This is the old dispenser. Now it will get filled up, and then the fresh dispenser is now going down, and slowly but surely, this will chisel away through these holes. And I already have a different world where I already did blow the hole up completely, and I also recorded a time lapse. So yeah, enjoy the time lapse. This is my first time lapse that I've done. Yeah, I'll appreciate any feedback. This time lapse was done on the previous version of this world eater, but it still performs in the same way. So enjoy. So this is the world that I did, ran the quarry all the way till the end on, and this is the hole it made, and it's a pretty clean hole. There are no strangling blocks, and this is on a, as I said, 6x6 grid, which is the most efficient TNT pattern. Um, TNT efficiency can definitely be increased. This is actually using twice the amount of TNT it really should, because this flying machine um, moves down only uh, every other time. So, as I said, definitely don't build this quarry. It's not worth it. This is still a prototype. Um, but I do have some other ideas to improve this and make it even simpler. Um, and yeah, uh, I do think that this can be a very viable method to make world eaters. And it also is pretty slow because, as I said, it only moves down every other block, so it's about half the speed of traditional world eaters such as um, like Project Victoria or um, any other one that's similar to this. This does use terracotta flyers, which, as I said, are faster. I can demonstrate this um, pretty easily. There are different speeds of flying machines, and basically, a lot of two-way flying machines, how they work is they do um, block dropping. So they um, basically drop the blocks because pistons cannot pull extended pistons. So we can make a simple hex flying machine, which is my personal favorite double flying machine. So this, let me get some obsidian so it doesn't move away on me. How this one works is first the observer pulses when it gets moved, then it gets extended, which creates another pulse, and they're close enough that the piston stays powered, and then it brings it back again, which creates a long enough pulse um, for the piston because it can't retract this piston because it's already being powered. Let's build this up even more. That's how it works. So I've built both flying machines up. This is not a two-way, it's just the same speed because it's using the same way to power the pistons. So I'll both fire these pretty close to each other. I'll give this one a head start because it's a slow machine, so you can see that it will catch up. So powered, and slowly, but surely, the flying machine will start catching up. You know, every once in a while I'll move a block farther. Now, it may not seem like much, but if it's going back and forth slowly over and over again for every Y level, it does add up. And flying machine speed is more important than uh, like return station speed. So this is the reason why I decided to use terracotta flyers. And yeah, even just in that short amount, it was already that much of a difference. And I'll continue to see if I can improve this flying machine even more. And eventually, maybe this will be a quarry that people can build, and we may even build it on exploit. Definitely not a guarantee. So far, this is not up to par with other quarry designs. But yeah, as I said, I do recommend checking out the other um, quarries I mentioned. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. See you in the next redstone video.